Alright, so hello and welcome to another video. In today's video I'm going to be playing Blackout SkyWars. I've tried doing this yesterday. I recorded over 1 hour of footage and then there wasn't any game audio. So I'm just going to record this one game, check if it works properly, and only then continue from here. Yeah. I would say that I haven't played SkyWars in a long time, but I have played it yesterday, so I should have some level of experience or something. I don't have a melee weapon. That's bad. Armor could use some work. Oh, he's hopping. They did take that, okay. Well, that's technically a weapon. Alright, there's somehow 8 players left, and I have only 1 kill after a nuke went down. Interesting. Could use some better shoes. Okay, that's some upgrade. Sorry for that. Damn it. That would have been fun. I got some rush barrels. That's good. Need some teleporting. Couldn't complain about better armor or weapon, especially with this guy. Okay. Well, if you're using Corruptor and... Are you kidding me that you hit 2 of my items like that? Including my held one. Okay. I don't have any weapons. Not any good ones. How am I not able to hit that guy? I haven't shot a bow in quite a while. So there's that. Okay. Slightly better armor. Ha! What do you mean you have aspect of the end? Okay. There's too many people here. How did that not hit him? This is unpleasant. Great. That's one calm down. Now this guy who's been... They survived. Oh my god. Okay. My best escape. Okay. They're not after me. Nice. That actually worked out. It was very stressful, but it did work out. Okay, let me check if the audio is there. Alright, hallelujah, there is indeed audio in that file. So, did someone boot me or was it me walking? I just woke up not that long ago, so I don't know what I'm doing at all. I got a good sword. Okay. So the reason I haven't made any videos in the past over a month now, I think, is because in July I was editing 2 different videos and I only edited half of each and didn't progress any further. It's not my best work, certainly. Nice. The reason I didn't progress anywhere after, you know, working on that is... I should have got right. Yeah, okay. Not sure how I got there. Is because I went in July. I can keep those boots. At a convention. I don't know if I have much to say about the convention. Maybe I will get to it later. But I spent there a week. After a week I got back home. And after a week of being home and doing God knows what, I went to an airport and ended up being in Britain for 2 weeks. I'll also say something about that later, but after spending 2 weeks in Britain, well, the Horse Canyon update came out as second island of Galatea, so that's what I've been doing since coming back. That was a good shot. That wasn't a good shot. There were several bad shots. Okay. I should check my surroundings now that I have this opportunity. I have bad armor. That was actually great, it doesn't matter. I have a lot of bazookas. I'm scared to be using them. Okay. I don't want that hit either. I don't want those zombies either, but... what can you do? Unfortunately, nothing. What was that? Oh. Oh, hi. Don't shoot me. You're a nerd. Okay. I have bad armor despite that. At least I got some pants now. Speeds are good. Stinked, why not? Instinct. So, every once in a while you learn a new word, such as singed, and then you doubt every single word that looked similar. If you have read it properly the first time. At least I do, because I frequently noticed that I didn't read them properly the first time. So, now what? This is good bow, so I can get rid of every other one. I think I'm better off with just Excalibur. Seats are not going to help me. Well, because I'm gonna be like cowardly. So yeah, as I was saying, the only thing that I've been doing is I've been doing foraging. So yeah, since I spent some time doing foraging lately and I haven't made any videos, you might be wondering if one of my upcoming videos is going to be about the foraging update that came out over a year ago, and I promised that I would do it around that time. The answer is no, simply because I had simply because it would be weird to make a video about only one of them, since 2 of them are out, and it would be weird to about 2 of them when there's a third one coming. So I feel like it would be better if I waited for all of them to come out, so that I can do it What was that? What happened to that guy? Okay. Interesting. Did you get all of your... What the hell happened? Was it hot potato? Maybe? Could be. Unfortunate. So I'm gonna be waiting for Lunar Eyes to come out, but I should probably think about some other Skyblock video to come out. I could go back to making update videos, but I don't know if I should start from updates that come out from now on, or it just doing them retroactively. Hi. shoes, nice. I don't get to use, what was that item? Railgun often. Because I can't aim. So that is pleasant. Nerd. I have some ideas, but I also don't want to... I don't want to use up the time that I would otherwise spend on finishing some other series, because I'm pretty close to finishing multiple series that I started over the past long time. So I might be focusing on that. Every other time that I would mention... I kind of forgot what I talked about today and what I talked about yesterday. It feels weird. Is this the guy who used slime ball on me? That guy deserves to die. Not quite there yet. Okay. Please be the same guy. Damn, they deserved it. Hoping that was the slime ball guy. It was, probably, since I now have it. At least they didn't open Lucky Block. Oh, Lucky Roll. Now what? I don't know what I talked about. I generally don't. I don't have any means to teleport, so you're gonna have to come to me if you want to fight. I have bridge X, but those don't really work. I have ways to save my life, but you have a bow. So that would be just wasting the item. Spider slime, are you kidding me? Okay. Spider slime gone. And yeah, that's about it. I have more things to talk about, but not in this game. In Skyblock, since I've been playing pretty efficiently for the past several months, I'm nearing 100 billion net worth. So I think once I reach that, I could make some video, possibly. Okay, that's not worth it. Possibly about some ways to make money. I've made a passive income guide a very long time ago, and I feel like I could update it because the means through which I get money have changed. But apart from that, I can't think of anything that I would want to spend time on in the near future because, as I mentioned, I think I mentioned that, I have a lot of series that I'm close to finishing. And despite the fact that most of my plans that I mentioned, these SkyWars videos, have not worked out when it comes to making videos, basically every other video of yeah, take your pick, basically nothing I've said fulfilled. I think this plan might, because I'm so close to finishing other series. So... I think I'm gonna finish one playthrough of... I don't want you to knock me off. Okay, you can just fall. I actually have 2 white charms. Okay. Okay, so first things first, I would like to finish the first playthrough of Deltarune, so that, and because I feel like making dozens of videos of Deltarune in succession wouldn't be the best thing that I could be doing. After finishing the first playthrough, I'm gonna go and finish Terraria, which I feel like is better to do before Hollow Knight, because Hollow Knight I can do solo, and Terraria will require some level of scheduling, which is going to be easier now. At least I hope so. It has been pretty hectic anytime we tried, and last time we played it was in... I hope it was not May. But that's kinda the date that comes to mind immediately. So that's not great. We all agreed that I placed the blog there, right? After Terraria, I will do second playthrough of Deltarune, you know, the one on the second save file, as that I have in playtest mean route. After which I will finish Hollow Knight, after which I will have, and then Deltarune weird route, which means by doing this I will be able to finish 3 separate series at once, and I will be able to move on to something else. What will that something else be? I have no clue. Okay. That could have gone worse. And better. That's not a good item. Oh my god. I also have Silksong and Celeste that I need to get to at some point. Though, I'm very excited about Silksong, and since there will be a DLC, I feel like it would be better to have that done first. Okay, I would have liked to use that item at a different time, actually. Why are you lagging me? Don't be like that. Nice. So yeah, that's the plan for the near future. And instead of talking about future, I can now probably talk about the past, because I'm not completely sure if I have mentioned what I've been doing over the summer, and that's quite a lot of things to talk about. I know that because I've talked about it yesterday. That's it, I have to actually check what I have talked about today, so it's not confused, and I could even recheck the yesterday's footage to remind myself of all the different topics that I came up with. What's this item? I have 2 aspects of the end, that's nice. I can be very aggressive now. Let me take the resistance potion. Okay. Sorry about it. There's no way you almost killed me like that. What? Okay, it's crazy that in the past 18 minutes I have barely said anything at all. I checked the footage, I know what I have mentioned and what I haven't, so it's time to talk about some details about how I have spent my summer. Okay, someone has rainbow kill message. I want that, actually. Enter good. Great. Well, good or aggressive and lucky. Could be either. Well, they have 3 kills now. Not a great fan. There are seriously no items for me. Nice. I even opened the chest on accident. Damn. I didn't say anything this game. But I do want to get off topic for a little bit. And say that some time ago I have seen this guy called Spintown who makes Bedwars videos that are... okay. That are quite entertaining to watch. So I could recommend doing that. If you haven't. I spent lots of time watching them in one day, and that's all. I need a better weapon. It's just the 2 of us now. I need ways to save myself. And pretty fast. Please kill this guy. Oh my god. Okay, that went well. There's the rainbow message. Here. Requires level 50? I would have definitely seen it before, but it's insane. Anyways, I'm trying to get Fallen Intricate. It's a work in pictures that I haven't done anything that I don't have to. Okay. Emma is not in this game, that's good. So I've been at a convention, as I mentioned. I go there yearly, basically, and this time it was slightly worse due to budget constraints, but despite that, I had fun. But due to possibly the budget constraints and maybe something else, I don't think there was any particular presentation, that feels to me like a highlight of the week. Something that did happen is, as far as I know, 3 separate presentations mentioned Undertale, which is more than what happened in previous years. And because before Chapter 5, Chapter 5 came out, I've been watching a lot of Deltarune and Undertale video essays and theories. I am quite excited about that topic, so much so that I might throw my hat in the ring and do either a presentation or a video essay or both. So that might happen sometime in the future. I have few ideas on topics, but I will probably test them with some test audiences before actually commenting to them. One of them relates to what I think is my most popular Undertale video, which is about the fake pacifist run. Which reminds me that one specific video that I have seen talked about something that's related to that topic. So much so that I wanted to talk about it myself, but that specific video mentioned basically everything I could say about the topic. So I'll probably actually have to think that through, because I don't want to just copy what someone else said. So, yeah. I feel like if I want to make a video on the topic, I'll probably test it out not just in front of some of my friends, but maybe even at the convention itself, because the convention is just me standing there and doing the presentation, but if I put it on internet, it will be there and I will not be able to improve it afterwards. So, there's that. There's some other Undertale fixed things that I will want to do as well. So, you know, that's something that might happen in the future. There's a lot of items here. Oh my god. Yeah, I can play very aggressively now. Feels good. How about fireballs? Nice. Great marksmanship indeed. That is a marksman. Interesting that I don't know that despite playing SkyWars for ages. It's just like a different word for someone who should, for like archer. Who knows? That's basically the only other thing that I can think about relating to the convention is that I met, I talked to, I'm generally introverted, but I managed to find myself talking to okay, I'm giving up. I managed to talk to myself to a guy who wore a Sans hoodie, you know, one of the merch items, and I was wearing Important Person and Frisk shirt, that's also from there, so there were like 2 people who wore Undertale merch, which was nice. Oh yeah, I was supposed to talk. I was writing a bug report before this game started, and now it started, I sort of lost what I was doing. So... yeah, despite despite 3 separate presentations on the convention mentioning Undertale, I don't remember any one presentation that was dedicated solely to that topic, and even mentions of it are pretty rare, which is why it shocked me that it was happened 3 times this year. But I think that's everything I have to say. The other place I went to this summer was Britain. I have a lot more things to say about it, because I spent 2 weeks there. Despite spending 2 weeks initially, I thought that the trip would last 3 weeks, not 2. Damn it. Which is why, so I was over-prepared for the trip itself. Which is why it's pretty shocking that my luggage was the lightest of them all. Maybe the case itself is light compared to other ones, or maybe everyone else is grabbing some useless things, because I was forced to... thanks for the strength. Because I was forced to carry some rocks that my mom found that she thought was pretty, some shells, some marmalades that were effectively stolen from a hotel buffet. So, yeah, there's that. That was the trip back. I have strength. This was unfair, but I wasn't the one who splashed myself with it. Mm-hmm. That's a white charm. Do you have a bow? Not currently, no. Let me just... I consumed cornucopia. Where the hell is the regen potion? Or the regen effect? This game is so janky. First thoughts about Britain, or like the first things I can mention, is that the people there were nice. It was nice being there. The country itself is great. Something that was not great is that the prices were very expensive of basically everything, and that the roads were sometimes incredibly stressful. They were either too narrow or slightly damaged. Them being damaged is less stressful than them being narrow, especially when you have a rental car, but, well, I wasn't the driver, so it wasn't really something I personally had to deal with. So, I'm not sure that's a silver lining or me just complaining on somebody else's behalf. There should be a player below me unless they moved, and I don't have arrows. Oh, there. Well, I have 7 kills and you are missing half armor. That's both did more damage to me than I think basically any other player. Alright, nice, 8 kills. The trip itself started as any other with a lot of stress before the trip itself. There was stress before the trip, there was stress getting passport-ish, you know, stress with at the airport, and of course a crying baby in the airplane and some child kicking my seat throughout the flight, which happened both times. I mean, the way back was a lot less stressful, but there were people crying and people kicking my seat. I don't travel by plane a lot, but this is not something I want to get... but crying babies and people kicking my seat is not something that I do want to get used to, so, you know. Once we landed at the Manchester airport, and then rented a car and went to Wales, sort of circled around Wales, entered England, seen a bunch of Cornwall. I'm not sure what Cornwall is, but we've been there. And I initially thought Cornwall was a city, but it ended up not being a city. Hi. And then headed out from Manchester Airport. We've seen a bunch of different locations. I don't remember most of them. We've seen a bunch of religious buildings because some people in our group wanted to see them. I think just one person, but, you know, some of them were fine. We've seen St. Winifred's well, which looked very nice. It impressed me more than any religious building before it. And we've seen Cathedral of St. David. I'm pretty sure there's multiple of them. You can... it was also somewhat nice, because they had, they talked about bees for a little bit in there. I think best parts about the trip itself were where we were just having some dinner with family. Okay. Who's nuking me? I don't have a chest plate, so I don't want to go fighting. Are you kidding me? Okay. This guy didn't have a chest plate either. Slightly better. Did I equip it? I did it! Minecraft. Gotta get some chest plate, please. Apart from religious buildings, we went at a couple of beaches, which were... Please tell me that guy died. I don't like them. I don't know who it was, but I do not like them. We were at the beaches. One of them was pretty interesting because the sand there was almost solid, but it was also sinking below us, which was a weird sensation. I don't go to many beaches, but that was the weirdest one I've ever seen. Are you kidding me? Let me have a chest plate. Oh my god. Burn to death. Thank you. Jesus Christ. There was a weird beach. Did I mention food? I think I mentioned food. Yeah, the food was nice. I had fish and chips a lot. I'd eat a strawberry and Indian food, which is something that I don't do often. Exactly. I've eaten probably Indian food before, but I've never eaten a strawberry before. Because I am weird like that. So yeah. Okay. Thank you, dogs. Now I can just finish them off like this. If it weren't for the fact that water is weird. Was the video stuck? Yeah, probably. Okay. Alright. What do I want to talk about? There's this video is almost 40 minutes long at this point, and I still have about 10 days of the trip to talk about, so this is going to be definitely fun. That said, most of it is already edited, so there's that. Okay. I've mentioned that I've had fun, most fun, just, you know, having dinners, lunches, and, you know, stuff with my family. But I also would like to talk about another aspect of food, which is McDonald's. I've been to British McDonald's, and they're worse than Czech ones. I could talk into specific, but I don't want to talk about McDonald's in a SkyWars video where I talk about a trip in Britain. But it's something that sort of shocked me because I don't remember being... because I don't remember any differences in McDonald's when I was abroad before then. Who's messaging me? Give me a sword. I'll take an axe any day. Alright. At least now I understand why people are almost always complaining about McDonald's, because that's something that does happen in every country, but I imagine it happens in more than one. It just doesn't happen in the one I'm in, which I think is peak. Okay. Something else that happened in the trip is that I've had the opportunity... Well, we spent one night at a place that is owned by basically farmers, and we've been given the opportunity to just sort of see baby sheep that are there. So I've held baby sheep in my hand. I do remember some of their names, but not the name of the one that I have held in my hand. There were sheeps named... I'm not sure if Marilyn or Monroe, but definitely one of the two. There was Elvis, there was Jolly, and probably some other ones. It's that zombie really switched its weapon. I hate zombies. Jolly Elvis. Definitely more. Monroe. I'll just write the list. I have written it somewhere else, but I don't have it. Don't remember it from the top of my head. I hit you with an arrow. You splash yourself some potion. I don't know what it is, but it scares me. The last thing I want to talk about on the topic of Britain is a little bit of a complaint, or it's gonna probably be pretty long, about the prices of tickets. To, you know, enter a bunch of different landmarks. First time that has become relevant is in the town of Pembroke, where there is a castle that was home to the Tudors. One of the two Henrys, 7th or 8th, was supposed to be born there. And I was very reluctant to see it because from the outside it seemed small and quite empty. Despite me not wanting anyone to pay it for pay the ticket price for me, because I wouldn't probably expected I wouldn't enjoy it. It ended up being pretty fun because there was this one very cool tour guide, which made a bunch of jokes and actually managed to be pretty funny and make the stuff interesting, mostly by talking about the so-called murder holes, which were used to defend the castle from various attackers, and also because there was this group of people who showed off medieval weapons and let you sort of try them out to some extent. So that was fun, but neither of those are going to be there every day, so if you go there your experience might actually be different, maybe for the better, maybe for the worse, but problem is that it's inconsistent, and the castle itself was not the most interesting part about the castle, about visiting the castle. Another place where that became relevant is in the town of Tintagel, which according to the myth is supposed to be the place where King Arthur was supposed to be born, and I still don't have a melee weapon, in case you're wondering why I'm not doing anything in this game. The town itself is pretty small, there's not much in it, there are a bunch of these stores, I'm not sure how to describe them, but they had satanic stuff, which did excite me quite a lot. There's also this castle, and which is on an island, and in order to enter that island, you would have to pay the price of... thank God. Nice. Price of 21 pounds, which I refused for anyone, which I didn't let anyone pay on my behalf because it just wasn't worth it. Because I was able to see the castle from the mainland, and the contents of that castle included walls which reached to people's heels, maybe ankles, maybe heels, something to that height, which was definitely not worth visiting. There's also supposed to be Merlin's cave, but I don't think there would be anything noteworthy in there, so ended up not going and didn't regret it at all. The third place and the most expensive of them all was in the town of Bath, which is named after a Roman bathhouse, and in order to enter the Roman bathhouse, you would have to pay 30 quid. I didn't want anyone to do it, but I ended up going anyway, and it was underwhelming, to say the least. However, one of my favorite parts about Britain is this gallery in Manchester, where they had a bunch of paintings that were mythological, so I I understand their context. There was also this collage of photographies which was based on a painting from 100 years, oh my god, from 100 years prior, which did interest me because I've seen it on Tumblr, like I said. Okay, and do you know what was the price to enter that gallery? It was free, completely free. I ended up getting a couple of souvenirs there, which was basically the only souvenir that I wanted from there, and it ended up being pretty good. And I think that might be everything I have to say. So where's this guy? I literally teleported directly in front of you, and you ended up not shooting me. They survived. Oh, they didn't. Okay. So this will probably be everything for this video, unless I have something else that I will add after this. If you liked it, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you in another one.